Hello, this is John McAllister with the McAllister Scouting Report. And today, our segment around the state, we're going to talk with a really class act defensive back, corner free safety from Mansfield Senior High School, uh, Keontez Bradley. Keon's in the 23 class, and he's got it just starting to get some offers and got an offer from Kent State, and he's starting to get looks, and he's going to have to get into some camps this summer and solidify that. He's long, he's 6'3", 185, and really good football player, really good prospect. And also, just talking to him, he's really like his attitude. So sit back and watch today my video podcast with Keontez Bradley from Mansfield Senior High School. Today, my guest is Keontez Bradley from Mansfield Senior High School. And really, I go to Mansfield every year because they always seem to have one or two good players. And Keontez is a very good prospect coming from Mansfield, class of 23. How are you doing? Getting ready for track practice?
Yeah.
That's good. What kind of track? What are you going to run in track this year?
I'm going to run the high hurdles, the 400, the 200, and 4x2 relay, 4x1 relay.
Okay.
So got a lot of stuff on my plate, but I'll be all right.
You'll be all right. That's really great. What's your best time in the 110s?
My best time in the 110s is a 15 flat right now.
No, come on now. Don't tell me that. That's fast, man.
Well, it's my second year of actually running the high hurdles.
Wow.
Because of the coronavirus.
That's really good. Now, all kidding aside, that's really 15. And then, you get down in May, warm weather, and, track guys, I coached them. They're a little bit different breed of cat now. You're a different football player than you are a track guy. Okay. No matter, it's just a different sport.
Yeah.
Done right. Okay. Tell me about football just a little bit, and we're going to jump around then, okay? Mm-hmm. Tell me about football. Why football?
I feel like football's ability to bring everybody together, to be a winning program, really means a lot to me. Like, everybody has to buy in order to win football games. It has to be like a family environment. Like, you got to be brothers or nobody's going to get anything done on the field.
Well, that's so true. And all the guys I talk to talk about it being such a team sport.
Yeah.
In fact, it is one of the best team sports. It's got the most participants, in a different kind of atmosphere. It's really good. Keontez, what position do you I see where you're a defensive back, you're a corner, you're a wide receiver, you've even played some cornerback. What do you see yourself really focusing on?
Corner.
At corner?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You do a lot of things well there. We'll come back in a couple of minutes. I would tell you, I love you as a free safety. And if you're not careful, you may grow someday in a college outside linebacker. But free safety, free safety. I'm going to tell you after a while why I think that. But that's just my opinion. You're definitely a football player. Okay, let's talk about what got you there. I mean, anybody kind of been a driving force for you, or just kind of pushed you and was always there? Maybe when you get down and kick you a little bit.
For sure. My dad and he's my head coach, so he's always been the coach on the field, dad at the house. So he's always been pushing.
Not the house.
He's when we on the field, everybody get treated the same.
Okay.
Like you gonna work harder or the same as everybody else.
Now he didn't. I know your dad, Jokey, pretty well. He didn't exactly start that overnight. Now,
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
didn't.
He took him a while to do that, and that's really good that you say that. And I'm sure he's fair with you. Okay. Now, with that being said, what would you tell a freshman or a sophomore this year? You know, you're a senior now, or about to be a senior, and you're okay. What would you tell a guy that's kind of dragging a little bit? What would you tell him?
I would tell him that it's your first day of the last, like your first practice of the last practice. It's your first camp day of the last camp day. You got to remember that. You got to cherish these times that you have, and you have to make the best of yourself with the time that you have, because nobody's in high school forever, and your window is only so big to improve your skill. So you got to work hard while you can, because here in a couple of years, your window will be closed.
That's good. That's good. Great philosophy. Okay, with that being said, and I guess you've kind of said it, what are words you live by? It's kind of, but I mean, like for me, I have all these little cliches and things, but I'm driven. I'm driven to be the best. And at 73 years old, I leave everything on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's an analogy, like, or metaphor. You know, I just want to leave it on the field.
Yeah.
What's your philosophy about that? You've kind of said it. Every day, you know, every practice, best practice is your last practice that day. Yeah. I mean, and so you got to, you know, you've kind of in a roundabout way been really good. I mean, you're driven, right?
Yeah, I'm very driven. I really have no choice to be. For real. That's just what it is. And
you don't have to, he's not going to smack you, I don't think, right now, but maybe later. Well, that's really good. I think we've covered that. You know, okay, if a little different now. If you could hang out with one sports figure for one whole day, who would it be?
Jalen Ramsey, 100%.
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey, 1,000%.
He plays defensive back for the LA, or no, excuse me.
Yeah, he plays corner. Yeah, he plays corner for the Rams.
Yeah, he's pretty tough, isn't he?
Yeah, very.
He got toasted though a couple times, but he plays so aggressive. Yeah. I think that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's important. It's important to be more of an aggressive corner, because usually colleges think of corners as the soft guy on the field. But if you can show that you can really force the edge and play the boundary like you're supposed to, then you'd be all right.
You'd be good.
Yeah,
that's good. Okay, how's school going?
School's good.
Good. What's your favorite subject in school?
Probably history.
Is that right? That's good. My 7-year-old granddaughter says recess. That's her favorite subject.
I would have said that too.
That's good, man. Well, that's good. I'm sure your grades they're up there. Okay, I ask you about trading places. I'm going to pass on that. Okay, let's go back and talk football then.
Yeah.
What's your strength as a corner?
My strengths as a corner is probably my gifts from God, like my athleticism, my decisiveness, my length. When I talk to a lot of college coaches, they say they can see the raw talent. They can see that I have the ability, like the speed and the intangibles. I just got to improve on my technique. Just the little stuff, the little details that at the college level, that stuff matters. So
in the same breath, then, what do you have to improve on, do you think?
Probably my off-man technique. I'm a press guy. I love to press on the wide receivers, get real physical at the line of scrimmage. And that's what always been rocking with. But a great corner always needs a good off-man technique.
Right, for sure. That's really good. And I probably agree with you. I think, first of all, you're long, and I think that's really good. And it's kind of hard to figure. You play, you stay with the guy, and you can play man-to-man coverage. And I think, and as big as you are, but I like it. I like you. It's a little bit of you got to get that final burst too. You've got the quickness, you've got the quick hips, and things like that, and obviously physically, you just got to get that final burst. Okay, you had an interception on the highlight film, and that guy should have never caught you inside.
I know.
Okay, see how I study film, man.
Yeah, thank you though.
If I'm just messing with you, but here's the other thing: if you might be someday a big time free safety, for heaven's sakes, you're long, you're smart, you've got really good range, and then you were our tackler. I call that you run and hit, and in fact, your burst at the end is as good as anybody's. I mean, those are positive things, like I said, and track's really going to help you, but just keep working on, if you can run the 4x1 or 4x2 and run that anchor, you probably won't, but man.
I'm the anchor every relay, and I run the 4x4 as well. But,
yeah, if you run that anchor on the 4x1, man, you got to have a burst and you got to go.
You got to go.
So, see, I'm not as dumb as I look.
You definitely know what you're talking about, though.
Okay, let's go. I think all those are good. Plus, you're a hitter. And somebody in that inside, I call them inside DBs, one of them has to come up in the box. And, by the time you're done growing, you don't know what you're going to be.
Yeah.
College is going to put strength and weight on you so fast. It's a different ball game. Well, that's really good. We talked about improve. Here's my next silly question. What talent would you like to have, but you don't have and you never will get? What talent would you like to have? It could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have it and you probably will never get it.
Probably like that. I
can't let you out of this one, man. What?
That 4.3 speed. That 4.39, 4.4 flat.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know about that, though. You got to tell me something. You're probably never going to dance, classic ballroom dancing. Are you going to be a ballroom dancer?
Nah.
Probably not, man. Okay. No. If you can sing, I'm sure your dad can't. But if you can sing, maybe that's something you'd like to do. But those were what I was kidding you talking about. Okay. But 4.3, you don't know. You better run 4.4.
I'll run 4.4.
You better run 4.39, just right there. Yeah. Okay, good. What's the best thing about playing football? What's the very best thing? You kind of alluded to it early, but I want to know, if I'm going to recruit you, what's the best thing about football?
I just love how when I'm in the game, I'm not really thinking. I'm just playing. I'm just going off instincts, going off what I work hard on every day, and just playing the ball and just playing the game that I love to play.
Yeah, that's really good. That's good. Okay, a couple other questions, and this goes pretty fast. We're done almost 14 minutes. So football, to me, sports is about energy. Okay, energy and sauce, but let's just use energy. Okay, yeah. What kind of energy do you bring to the football field? Energy do you bring? I mean, are you a locker room energy? Do you on the field? Do you slap guys or not slap them, but getting guys? You come on the bench. I mean, what kind of energy do you bring?
Well, in the locker room, I'm always hyped up. I'm always ready to play. I'm always getting other guys hyped up, playing music, trying to Well, it really doesn't take much. Once two people in the locker room's ready to go, everybody's ready to go. And
Right.
then you just translate that to the field.
And okay, good. Then what good things do guys say behind your back? What do you think guys are saying behind your back as far as football and things like that?
Well, my teammates, my teammates and the coaches that have been contacting me lately, they'll probably say that I'm a very hard worker. I work very hard.
Okay.
But the outsiders, they don't really see the work. They only see the accomplishments.
Right. Right. That's true. And you got to keep doing that. Okay. A couple more questions. Was there ever a time for, you've been playing, you started as a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
And has there ever been a time where the light came on, where you said to yourself, man, I got to kick it in gear now?
Yeah.
And there been a time in a game, where a coach came up to you and said, hey, you got to blank, 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 blank. You're not swearing, just getting you fired. Is there a time when you said, I've got to kick it in gear?
Yep, there definitely has been. It was my sophomore year. We had lost to Madison the last game of the season. We lost, and I just knew I had an average year. I mean, I couldn't let that be my downfall. So I knew I had to get in the weight room, get stronger, do some speed training, and work on my craft as a corner. And especially another big part about my sophomore to my junior year was my physicality. I wasn't really that physical of a corner my sophomore year, but I had to switch it up. You just can't think. When you see the ball, you gotta go. So
it's good. And you've stepped it up. You've stepped it up, and now you use your energy well. Okay, let's talk about recruiting very briefly. How's recruiting going?
It's going pretty good right now. At this moment, I had some schools reach out to me. Kent State, they just offered me about a week ago. I just went up there yesterday.
You guys done a good job in that program.
Yeah, they are.
Whew. He's done well. Anybody else? Or schools that you like, and then we'll go on. Like I said, I don't spend much time on recruiting. Okay. I let that to the other guys, like 24/7s and all those guys. I'm not smart enough to do that.
I've been Toledo's been talking to me. Miami of Ohio, Cincinnati's been in contact with me and my dad, just trying to just see how I'm doing. Penn State, I went to their invite-only camp last year, and I did pretty good. I'm in contact with them. And then some other MAC programs. I'm hoping to pull a Power 5 sometime, but it just
That's good. That's good. That's good. I'll tell you, Coach Fickle, if you go down there, you better not be soft.
For sure.
He'll wrestle with you, try to hurt you, pin you to the ground. No, he's a very good friend of mine. Well, Keontez, I will let you go. Tell me again, Keontez, right?
Yeah.
Keontez. Can't forget that. Okay. I'll let you go to track practice. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you too, though.
Thank you.